Hey, what's going on, everybody? Of course, it's me, Action Packed, and I hope you're ready for an awesome video. So kick back and relax and just open your earlobes and get ready for some information to be shoved down your ears. So first off, we have this little thing that I noticed that on the Black Ops 2 playlist for Call of Duty on YouTube, there's still one private video, which that private video is surrounded by those teasers that we kept seeing for a while, and then eventually we got that zombies preview, and then the zombies reveal about a week later, or was it a half a week? I don't even remember. I think it was like a full week, but that really isn't even relevant to this situation. I'm just gonna ask you guys, like, what do you think this private video is? It's been here ever since, I'm pretty sure, before the zombies preview, and I've been staring at it, just wondering what the heck it is, and they haven't released it yet. And it's really just concerning me. Is it going to be another TV teaser, or is it going to be some sort of trailer, or what do you guys think? I just figured I'd ask you guys and just got your opinion on it. So going into the next piece of news that I got for you guys. There was an article posted on Joystick, I believe it was yesterday, and all of this information in this article is confirmed. I have a link in the description so you can check it out yourself, or you can just listen to me babble on about it throughout this video. I'm going to give you guys just a summary of it, all the main points, all the stuff that's really interesting and I think you guys would need to know. But if you want to get every single word out of it, even the words that really aren't important, then go ahead and check it out. But first off, it talks about Transit, which if you guys don't know that already, Transit is the map they showed in the preview, and that's the map they showed in the official, like, premiere, whatever, the very last Zombies trailer we saw that was like 2 minutes and 2 seconds long. That extremely huge map that they actually are calling a world within this article here. They say it's like so huge, there's so many different locations on this map, there's going to be so many different styles of gameplay, so many different strategies that you're going to be using, and that bus that we saw those characters get on and off throughout that whole entire trailer, you will actually get options to not even ride the bus. Like, you can either ride the bus if you want, which is, there's benefits and there's, you know, bad things that will happen. I should say drawbacks if you don't go on the bus. But if you actually just walk around, there's also benefits of that as well. Because if you go on the bus, it's going to be more clustered. You know, you're really not going to have an escape route, and you're just stuck on the bus. And if you, I mean, you can always climb up that ladder onto the top of the bus. If you didn't see me mention that in the breakdown, I'll have that in the description below as well if you haven't seen that. But you can actually get on the roof of the bus, and you could use that as a quick escape route, but the zombies are going to be right behind you, and that's only going to delay it for a couple seconds. So if you're just going to not take the bus and just walk around this giant map, it kind of stinks, because you're not going to be going as fast as the bus, obviously, but you have that freedom to go wherever you want. But another drawback is, they mentioned in this article, it is going to be foggy, so just in case, if it is actually really, really foggy, I don't think a lot of people are actually going to want to walk around, because if it's really foggy enough, if it's like really thick fog, these zombies can come out from any angle, and I mean, you could just be running a rape train, a zombie comes from the wrong angle, and you're done. So I think the bus might be the safest way to go, especially when you're playing co-op. Another thing they mentioned is that throughout this level, there's like buildables, which is basically things that you can gather throughout this map, put them together, and you can build weapons, tools, and basically a lot of people pointed this out on my breakdown video, that the riot shield is actually a bunch of parts that were previously seen in the trailer, and as it progresses, you start seeing those parts more and more, and then eventually you get it all together with that riot shield, which the riot shield is basically like a door with a bunch of like straps and pieces of metal all together. So a lot of people were saying, like, if you look in the background at one point in the breakdown trailer that I showed you guys yesterday, well, actually technically I uploaded it this morning, but whatever. If you look at one part of it, you can actually see a like blueprint on the wall, and then you can see a workbench. So maybe that's where you like put everything together. But that's just an idea, though. We don't know if it's for sure that you actually put this riot shield together, or if you just find it laying around. I think it would be pretty cool if you could put that together. But as you can see here in this article, it is definitely confirmed you're going to have buildables in this map. Just going down the list here, the next thing we have is survival mode, which is our classic zombies, everything we're used to from World at War, Black Ops 1. Same thing, you know, you got your 4-player co-op, or you can play in solo, and anywhere in between. And here's a little quote from the article itself. It says, "Survival areas are carved out of the transit world and customized by Treyarch to to act like dedicated maps. So basically this transit map is so huge that they can literally divide it into portions to be maps themselves. And on each of these maps you're going to have your regular stuff, you're going to have your box spawns, you're going to have your pack-a-punch machines, and I'm sure they're going to include all of your perk machines as well. Now here's something really interesting. It's called Grief Mode. Now this is what we've been hearing over the last couple months, like 4z4 or 4v4 zombies, humans versus zombies. It's basically like our survival mode or our classic mode that we're used to, but it has a competitive twist to it. See, the weird thing about this mode is you actually don't kill the other team that you're playing. You can kill the zombies, and the other team that you're facing can kill zombies as well. And obviously the zombies are both attacking, the two teams that are competing against each other. See, the only thing you can really do to win is get more points, survive longer. And to make it harder for the other team, you can actually maybe gather a rape train and just run towards the other team and possibly get them down and then just run in the other direction, shoot all those zombies. You got more points, you got that teammate down on the other team, and you're in good hands. So after all that stuff, they start discussing the multiplayer engines and the changes that they have made to it. They talk about how the stat tracking has changed, the leaderboards, improved matchmaking, and custom games. The first two things are kind of related, so I'll just jam that together. The stat tracking and leaderboards. Basically, the leaderboards are going to be more detailed. There's going to be even more leaderboards in itself. So, I mean, we have, I think it's kill death leaderboards, point leaderboards, level leaderboards. So that's like 3 right there. And then we have a leaderboard for 2-player, 3-player. Well, actually, no. It's actually either co-op or solo, but I don't think they have any for solo. So maybe they're adding one for solo, 2-player, 3-player, 4-player, and then 4z4 zombies. Maybe they have that entirely for its own. And just think about it. They're going to have all these different portions of maps just coming from this transit map, so that all those portions of maps are going to have their own leaderboard itself, plus the transit map. Now, since Zombies is in the multiplayer engine, you can actually search for other zombie players as well as play with your friends. Now, you could actually do this in the old games for Call of Duty Zombies, but the thing is, it wasn't as good. It took longer to find people, and it wasn't really reliable. But now, it's actually a lot better, it's more improved, and it even says it will match you with similarly ranked people in zombie mode so that you have an even chance on the playing field. Now this is really crazy. Get this, we're going to have custom games or custom matches in Zombies. Now you know how you have your regular private matches in previous games? Basically this is probably what it's going to branch off of. You're going to go in private match, you're going to click on custom games for Zombies, or you're going to go in the, I don't know how the layout of the map or the menu is going to be, but basically, yeah, custom games. They have custom games for Zombies. You can literally set challenges. You can make it so that there's no perks, no pack-a-punch, no mystery boxes, and it even says there's a laundry list of tweaks players can make. I think overall they're just adding a ton of stuff, and they even say at one point in this article they're not even telling us everything just because when the game releases they want us to be super excited when the game actually is in our hands and we're playing it, and they actually want us to find some of the stuff that they actually put in it. They don't want to reveal everything, obviously. They're not going to tell us all the Easter eggs in the game. We got to find that ourselves. Now at the very bottom of this article, it quickly just explains some of the zombie basics, or just a couple of things that they got out of Treyarch. Just they were interviewing, so they asked them some questions, and they actually got some information out. Now pretty much we know all of this information, or I already discussed it within this, but basically they say right here 4 new playable characters are being added, and it's also including the female survivor that was teased on the promotional poster. That lady that was holding that shotgun with the zombie head or that skull or whatever. And if you pre-ordered the game early enough, you actually got one of those double-sided posters. It also mentions here that Treyarch will not tell us what era the survivors will actually be living in. But in my opinion, I believe it's going to be between the 1940s and the 1960s area. So between basically 1969 and 1940, somewhere in that area, I believe that's where it's going to be happening at. Just because we've been teased on Twitter quite a couple times about the Manhattan Project, and actually this location I'm pretty sure is Hanford Site, which is in the U.S., and if you look up Hanford Site anywhere, it just tells you about how they were testing nukes there, they were testing bombs there and stuff like that. And it's just some crazy stuff that went on there. And they have like chemical waste laying in some places. It's pretty crazy. I wouldn't be surprised if this is actually like the Hanford site place. But let me know what you guys think about all of this stuff in the comments below. I'm excited to see what you guys got to say about all this new stuff that I'm giving to you guys. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, if not already. And I'll see you guys in the next video.